It's the bottom of the fifth inning from Palmer, Alaska. 2-1 the Miners lead the Glacier Pilots. Matsu a half game behind Anchorage for first place. With Austin Barrick, I'm Jesse Cook. The righty Aaron Sanaceros is on the hill for his fifth inning of work. He's only allowed one hit, but 2 runs. Here's the top of the order for the Miners in Cooper Vest. The lefty out of BYU is 0 for 1. He reached on a hit by pitch to lead off the game, but grounded out to third after that in the second. Sanaceros, wearing the blue jersey, steps into the windup and fires. Fastball just below the knees for ball 1. Vest wears gray batting gloves and all black cleats with a white Nike swoosh. Sanaceros raises a glove to his eyes, takes a deep breath, raises his left knee and deals. Vest swings, batters it to right field, right down the line, and it lands in front of Berkeley. First hit of the day for Cooper Vest.
Feels like it's once a game. Cooper Vest laces a single to right field or right center field.
Well, he turns around so well on those high inside fastballs. Vest on first for the righty left fielder, Alex Vergara. So a right-hander on the hill, right-hander at the plate. Vergara hasn't had any action in the field thus far besides fielding a couple base hits. Runner on first, Vergara with a very open stance, crouching low. The first pitch from the stretch, fastball at the knees for a strike. Vergara is 0 for 2. He grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning, but last time up he ripped a ball down the third baseline just right at Nathan Barraza, who caught it seemingly without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
Sanaceros toes the rubber. His black and white cleats in an open stance. He kicks and deals. Vergara swings and dribbles it foul off to the left side. That's the first time that Sanaceros has really dealt a strong curveball. This entire game, it's been hanging up or missing his spot, but there it started low and inside and dropped right over the plate and fooled Vergara.
Yeah, tough to do anything with that as a hitter except roll it over.
It's a very late-breaking pitch. Vest takes 2 strides off of first base. He's being held. Sanaceros in that open stance again, kicks and deals. Fastball low and inside, ball 1. It's a 1-2 count for Vergara with a runner on first and nobody out in the bottom of the fifth inning. 2-1 the Miners lead. This is the first of 3 matchups between these teams to end the regular season. Matsu has 5 games to go. Well, the next 4 in Anchorage, 2 against these Glacier Pilots. 1-2 count. Sanaceros tilts his head at first, looks up towards home. He deals. Vergara swings and chugs it into left field for a base hit. Vest stops at second, and Matsu is runners on first and second base with nobody out.
That's the top of the order, doing what the top of the order should ideally do. I mean, with the power that Vest and Vergara have, I mean, it's pretty lucky actually from Sanaceros and the Pilots that it's just 2 singles.
Well, Steven Lancia has been known for the extra base hit. He's slugged a couple of home runs this season. Alex Vergara, though, on first base does lead the league in dingers with 4. Another righty-righty matchup, the UT Rio Grande Valley product crowding the plate midway through the box. Sanaceros looks back at second, kicks and deals home. Curveball misses low and away. Lancia wears all black batting gloves with a gray streak across the knuckles and tan cleats. The 1-0 pitch, check swing, fastball low and away, called a strike.
I believe it's also true that people can wear their shoulder as well. I mean, you think of people who just have broad shoulders, they just walk with confidence.
Well, Lancia is one of the more confident players on the team. He knows Palmer well. He was all ABL last season, one of the few returners to the Alaska League, along with Alex Vergara on first base. The 1-1. Curveball dances low, 2-1 count. 2-1 the Miners lead, bottom of the fifth inning, nobody out, runners on first and second. Righty-righty matchup between Sanaceros and Lancia.
There's some activity in that Pilots bullpen.
We'll keep an eye on that. The 2-1 pitch. Lancia swings, cuts it to short. It eats up Joey Wright, skips over his glove. Best rounds third, he's chasing for the plate. There will be no throw. Matsu leads 3-1. Steven Lancia hit an awkward roller off the lip of the infield grass. Joey Wright couldn't play it, and now with runners on first and second, the Miners extend their lead to a 2-run game. It also brings up the cleanup hitter, left-handed hitting Utah product, Caden Carpenter, and he has been tattooing the ball this weekend. He even hit a ball at Chugiak over the fence. Unfortunately for Carp, it was brought back. Righty-lefty matchup. Sanaceros pitching from the stretch, stares at second. He looks back at home, kicks and deals. Misses up high on the changeup. Three to 1 Matsu after that error at short. The middle infielder is crowding second base, corners back. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Sanaceros comes set, looks at second. Looks back at home, he pitches. Carpenter swings and tails it foul off to the backstop.
Going back to that Joey Wright error that scored Vest, he took a weird angle, but to his defense, it's a tough infield to play ground balls. I took ground balls at second base myself today with Kane and Daly hitting them to me, and one of them took a huge hop.
1-1. Carpenter swings heavily and misses. Ended up on his front foot with his head looking down first base. 1-2 count for the big lefty. And you're right, it is a difficult infield. There is a slope right in front of where the grass meets the dirt. 1-2 count, runners on first and second for Matsu with nobody out. 3-1 they lead, bottom of the fifth. Righty-lefty matchup, Sanaceros from the stretch. Front door curveball low and inside, just missed. Oh, they say Carpenter checked his swing too far. They deferred to the base umpire who said he went around, and Carpenter with a very slow walk back to the dugout, looking that base umpire right in the eyes.
I think that was the right call. It looks like a guilty swing, if you will, out of Carp. The Pilots dugout was screaming for it to be called a strike, and there was no third base ump, but the second base ump made the call.
Very late defer. Maddox Haley digs in on the right side of the plate. His gray batting gloves have a black splotch on the inner part of the hands. He wears some beige cleats with a tan stripe. Runners on first and second, one away. The righty crowds the plate, first pitch. Fastball tails high and inside for a ball, just underneath Haley's bicep. Maddox has some neon tape around the neck of his bat, also wears a dark green wristband with a green undershirt to his all-white jersey. Troy Harding trotted out to the mound to talk to Sanaceros, but the conversation lasts less than 10 seconds. 3-1 the Miners lead. Bottom of the fifth inning, runners on first and second with one away. Righty-righty matchup. Haley, last time up, grounded out to third. It was a slow play, but that's again because of his awkward injury to his right ankle. He really cannot run. He hurt it against the Bucks about 2 weeks ago, running through first base. Sanaceros comes set, looks at second, kicks and deals. Haley swings, drives it deep down the left field line, tailing back towards the fence. That ball is up, and it is gone! Maddox Haley plays murder ball, and the detective has left the scene of the crime. The sled dog with a very slow trot around the bags, and the Miners lead 6-1. That's the first home run of the season for Maddox Haley. He's been struggling so much lately with injuries, but that has not slowed his bat.
Boy, do you feel good for Maddox Haley. He was so due, and that was crushed to left field. Wow.
That 3-run dinger brings up Nolan Tucker. He hits from the left side of the plate. He's 0 for 1 after striking out looking last time up. Sanaceros, the righty, resets and fires. Fastball low and inside. And we call Haley the sled dog because, one, that there was that game where it was cold out and he wore a balaclava that looked like the little gloves the dogs wear when going across the ice. The 1-0 to Tucker. He swings and misses, fastball at the knees. It's a 1-1 count. But also because he really plays hard-nosed and doesn't stop, that him playing through the injury is evidence of that. So the sled dog does not stop barking. 1-1 to Tucker. Seniceros from the stretch. He swings, cuts it down the first base line, fielded on the hop, and Lamb chugs on over to the bag for the out. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Matsu up 6-1. That ground out brings up Sebastian Tomerlin, and Maddox Haley has had an uptick lately in his hits. He had a pinch hit single on Monday. Sebastian Tomerlin has been the same way, and they've traded spots in the outfield basically because when Haley went down, he was the starting left fielder. Tomerlin re-entered the lineup after that. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch from the windup. Fastball low and away, called a strike. Tomerlin, Matsu's center fielder, has hits in each of the last 3 games. And Austin, like you said, he has the best batting average over the last week. Seniceros kicks and deals. Curveball skips in low. 1-1 count for Tomerlin. It's a 6-1 lead for the hometown crew and the Matsu Miners. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning with nobody on base. You're listening to the Matsu Miners Baseball Network with Austin Barrick. I'm Jesse Cook. Seniceros into the windup, raises his left leg and fires. Fastball low and away, called a strike. Although Tomerlin has been on the uptick lately, his strikeouts in the first half of the season really piled high. He leads the team with 24 Ks at the plate. Like Haley, he's been activated as a pitcher as well as a hitter this season, although neither has appeared on the hill. Seniceros with the 1-2. Tomerlin swings and lays it off the end of the bat foul to the left side. Tomerlin, despite his uptick in the last week, batting over 400 in the last 7 days, still hits under that Mendoza line with a 197 average, although a week ago it was below 100. Base is empty, 2 away, 5-run lead for Matsu. Seniceros into the windup. He steps forward and deals. Fastball at the socks for a ball. Tomerlin jumped in the RBI department. He had just 3 at the beginning of the week. Now he's all the way up to 8. He had 3 in that doubleheader on Saturday thanks to his home run, and 2 the other day on Monday. 2-2 pitch on the way. Curveball sneaks up high for ball 3. And Tomerlin has been creating on the base paths as well. In that loss to the Bucks, that really tight game, he produced for the Miners. There was a slow passed ball that snuck maybe a foot behind the catcher, and he broke home from third and scored.
Such a weapon on the base path for this team.
Full count, 2 away, 5-run lead for Matsu in the bottom of the 5th. Seniceros deals. Fastball low and inside, called strike 3. Tomerlin started off to first base, but he's brought back. Matsu does its damage, though. They started this inning up 2-1. The Miners pile on 4 more runs thanks to the 3-run dish from Maddox Haley and the RBI from Steven Lancia. We move on to the 6th inning. Brandon Downer chugs back onto the mound, hopping to the hill. He'll be back on the bump. We'll be back in just a moment. A 5-run lead for the home squad.